Let's start.
Okay, he said.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Feedback
watching.
from
Thank you.
the chief.
So maybe we should start from why we started this business, how we met.
Okay. I think I can tell the story from the beginning, because the first meeting is I remember like now. It was December 25th. It's Christmas Day. I met Jason at the Sapporo station, and I was preparing to go to the Silicon Valley in 2018 February, and it was 2017 December, and we occasionally met at the university, but we never talked kind of with each other that much. And we started talking what we do, and he just quit with his Baito, I think, and he had broken his fingers. And I was preparing to go to the Silicon Valley. I had already a project in my hand, and we started talking with each other. And I told him what I do, and he said in the future he would also like to have a trading company in Japan. So that's how this thing started. And after I went to Silicon Valley in February 2018, I came back, and then we started this project, let's say. It was quite interesting. We started it on February 16. February 28, we made our first 500 yen. I know it's a really small amount, but it was a student from Hokkaido University who needed his, I think, second-hand treadmill or bicycle, that training bicycle to be sold, and we helped him to sell it to Filipino couple. So that's how it all started.
You felt like big achievement.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It felt good actually, because it helped. It felt that we helped someone. So, and I would say it was interesting because we got them through our like pamphlet. Because in Japan, pamphlet advertisement works quite pretty well, I would say. So we printed out some pamphlets and put them at the dorms, and that's how we were able to take our first customer.
And maybe you could create application just for fun, but why did you decide to build a company instead of just experimenting something?
I think Salim and me, we were quite like from the beginning we were quite serious, because after meeting on December 25th, we decided to meet the next day and talk more details. And he said that, so what kind of project should we come with? Because he wanted to create something about a trade, and I wanted to create something global. So it was like it should be a global trade something. And we figured out that if you want to build something global, you should be solving some kind of global issue. And at that time, China just stopped buying waste from the world, because before they were buying a lot of waste and using it as a raw material. So we were like, okay, let's solve the garbage issue. It seems like it's affecting global warming. It's affecting the daily life of us. Like there are several aspects of the life it's affecting. So that's how we started doing this. And why a company? As I told, I think we from the beginning we had big ambition, so we didn't want just to try, but we wanted to commit to it. That's why. That's why, even though it's COVID-19 and all these troubles we had for the last 3 years, we are still together and we are still doing it.
And after that, you hit the obstacle, which is it's really difficult to create a company with just foreigners. It's really like foreign students.
Yeah, you're right.
And you invited me to the company. That's why I'm here, actually.
Yeah, I think you're quite complimentary in the team, because so me and Salim, first we started with the WordPress. So it was really simple. He knew how to use the WordPress because he used to do it before. So he was helping with building the website on the WordPress. I was trying to find people who would like to help us, or who would like to sell something, or I was trying to come up with some ideas that we can kind of use. And after that, we got an IT guy from Hokkaido University. He joined us, and thanks to him, we were able to get in an incubator done by Hokkaido newspaper. And then they told us we need to build a company so they can work with us. That's when I remembered you. And it was interesting that, like most Japanese probably would think and hesitate and maybe ignore, but you took it, the chance. I think we are quite happy with you.
So am I. And I took this job because the service that you guys created would help a lot of foreigners living in Japan. I still believe so. And also, I thought it's something creative because there was nothing like that in Japan to help foreigners.
So.
And I don't see any services which are really helping foreigners or foreign students in Japan.
I think like people think America is the land of kind of chances and can change your life. I think in Japan there's more chance, and it's connected to our vision because I think now there are almost 3 million foreigners in Japan, and it's kind of a small number, right? But if you think the Japanese society is decreasing, like amount of people, so it's shrinking, so more foreigners will come in, right? And government is kind of helping with that, building like new visa systems and styles, and then trying to bring in some more students and then foreign labor. So according to the UN estimation, in 2050, 17% of the Japanese population will be foreigners. So it's quite a big amount of people, and no one doesn't see it yet, and no one doesn't have any idea about it. So I think we are in a really good position to start it, and it feels really motivating to be able be at the beginning of something that will be big, and it's a big change, I think. So we are kind of building our ship when the wind will come, so we can sail.
I agree with you because, I mean, there are so many services for foreigners in the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, non-English speakers in the United States, and it's red ocean. But when it comes to Japan,
almost nothing, right?
Nothing. So
even the foreigners are trying to
you're right.
match the Japanese customers' demand than foreign people. And if they think that foreigners are having like language issue, they don't understand the system, how it should be kind of used, and they sometimes feel like alone. We can bring out the idea of building a community and kind of to make a strong community of foreigners who can help each other and then be interacting with each other. And within that community, a lot of services, a lot of products could be built and used by people.
So coming back to the story, any difficulties? I mean, I can't even speak, but any difficulties after creating company?
I think one of the biggest difficulties was with the funds, because when you start something from scratch and you're a student, you don't have enough funds in your hand. I think we were lucky we were able to find a service that students would like to use, which is we still kind of try to help with that, which is delivery, and helping people to carry something from one place to another place helped us in some meaning to bootstrap and understand what's kind of in demand and what kind of we can adjust and provide with. So one was about the funds, and we were able actually to secure some funds from the Hokkaido newspaper. It helped us to build the new website and some products. And also we were able kind of to get some perks from the competition that we won. Actually, in this almost 3 years, we won several competitions, which one was Halt Prize competition at Hokkaido University. We were number 1 in 2019. And we were also 2020 EWC, World Entrepreneurship Competition. There were 2 top startups. We were one of them, and we got some perks what we can use, like services like Amazon Cloud. And we also had 3rd place in another local competition. So we are kind of developing and moving forward with all this stuff. I would say another problem was with the team members, because sorry. So team members are students, right? So after a while, they need to go back to their countries, or they want to move to another country or city. So if they don't commit, you are having trouble, because it will be like leaving the ship during the storm. So you kind of lose one member. Now you have to back up that part plus solve other issues that you're having. Another problem was related to the COVID-19. I think it's affecting everyone's life, affecting us as well. But I think we were lucky last year to get some lucky chances that helped us to fix the problems that we had. I think up until now, these are kind of problems that we face. And we had some chances to improve our website and improve our system in general.
You know, as you said, being foreigners and creating company with foreigners could be, I would say, handicap.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, but at the same time, it could be advantage for some people in terms of creating new ideas, new services. And I think most of the people who are watching these videos, lives are foreigners.
Yeah, I guess so. I think the advice that we could give to foreigners is if you're going to start a project with another foreigner, first try to understand their intention. How long or how far they want to commit. So you can back up in case there's a problem. And that will help you to kind of figure out what problems can happen and then have solutions to them. Because we were left in the middle of the stuff when some team members left us. So we needed to figure it out, and it took quite a long time for us to fix it.
For them, why creating company? Why not just working at Japanese companies? Why not just going back to the countries?
Japanese dream. I think most of the people who come to Japan, when they come to Japan, idea is find study, and if they like, they can stay and work in a Japanese company or go back to their countries. And even those who still stay and work in Japan, after a while they go back to their countries. Most of them are within 5 years. So it means they don't feel comfortable in Japan maybe for some reason. So, but I think Japan is a really good place to stay because people are really nice. Maybe work environment is different than other places, but it's up to us. If we can build some good examples of how it should be, then Japanese people or Japanese companies also try to adjust and work that way. So why not to work in a Japanese company? I think in my case, I want us to build something, a good place where not only foreigners would like to work, but also Japanese would like to work. And in general, the Japanese companies will look at us and then say, oh, it seems they are dragging their employees to themselves, so we should also do something like that. So kind of try to change the environment than just being part of it.
I see. How about you, Sonny?
What?
Do you have any choice to work for a Japanese company or going back to your country and work there? And maybe you didn't go that way and decided to create a company with us. What made you decide? What made you come to that decision?
I was bored. No, of course not. I'm trying to create something new also, so that's why I decided to join you guys. Yeah.
I think in his case, he was quite ambitious, but also pessimistic at the beginning. He was like, what was your the fear nothing, like expect nothing, kind of. So do whatever you think you want to do, but also don't expect anything big. So just move forward. So actually, I think we were quite good tandem in the meaning that he was for the short term, I was for the long term. So it helped us kind of to fix the problems that we had. So some problems that I oversee, he's the one to be focused on, and some problems that he doesn't see, I'm the one to focus on, and it's kind of helping with that. At the beginning, it was quite helpful, kind of to be able to move a bit faster. And in your case, I think it's good to have you in the team because I think every team should have a Japanese member, especially the Japanese member who can understand the foreign, not only language but also culture. Because if it is just language, you can get frustrated after a while. But if you also understand the culture, then you kind of can adopt kind of depending from the situation to either of them. So having you in the team and having Jason in the team, so it's kind of think of the vacuum and then there's a hose. So you guys are kind of closing those holes and making it kind of more strong, I think.
What should be the advice for the people who are watching this live and thinking to create a company, and now they are maybe thinking of how to make a team members?
Actually, I think Japan is a really good place to start a company because you don't need that much investment in Japan to start a company. Like on the paper, right? And instead of going to a place where a lot of people go, I think it's better to go to a place not that many people go, because it will be saturated soon when people start flooding to one spot. So Japan is not a place where people do flood, right? So it's a good place to start a business, I think. Young generation mainly works for big companies. Old generation doesn't do that much. So I would say the arena is empty. So you can get in, and if you have a really good idea and you can prove it's good, you can get the funds, you can get the people interested in it, you can get the things done. And I would say you would be even more unique if you would be in another country, because when like in let's say in Silicon Valley, there are a lot of startups, right? And so it means there are a lot of also really unique and extraordinary people. So it will be difficult for you to stand up there. Here, you have more chance to be a foreigner who started a Japanese company and he became successful, and you can use it for your promotion, you can use it for promoting your own ideas and kind of moving forward a bit faster than in another place.
That's why NHK picked us. And that's why Nikkei newspaper.
I think we had that two exposures because they thought we are doing something extraordinary. By the way, last week I was in the Coop shop near my home, and cashier, when she gave me money, she was like, あなたは前はテレビに出ましたよね?
Really?
Yeah. She was like, 朝 NHK で見てましたよ. Yeah. I was quite surprised when she said it because it was like 1 year before?
Yes.
So she still remembers, and she remembers my face. I don't know if it is because of the beard or not, but it was quite interesting that she, still remembers me.
I mean, surprised that she noticed you without wearing mask.
Yeah, I think the beard, even without mask, you can kind of see that his face is too much beard. Well, hair.
I see. Anything else to talk? What is future plan? So now we are having a second platform called 2Gaijin.
Yeah.
And
so actually 2Gaijin is one of the products that as a company we would like to provide. So there will be also more platforms where people can serve their service, like sell their service or skills. And they can also, there should be a platform for the Japanese business to match with the foreign business as well. So because I think it's quite difficult. First, Japanese are quite risk averse, so they don't like to risk. So you need to understand and be on their shoes to be able to negotiate with them. And another thing is, Japanese are do need time to get used to you, even if you are a company or even if you are an individual. So I think us being in Japan, understanding Japanese culture and having Japanese team member, and being also foreigners, so we can help to match up the Japanese business or Japanese people with foreign people and make that negotiation time really short and more smooth. So I think we have something strong in that point. If we can do that, we can get quite good results out of it. So for the future plan, to build 3 Gaijin for the service and 4 Gaijin for the business. So this is kind of future plan for the next 2-3 years. If we can do that, that will be super cool. So how to say, Japan is lacking that ambitious people who can bring Japan forward, because kind of started fading down. Before it was number 2 economy after the US, now it's number 3 after the China. and soon other countries will start kind of catch up. So I think Japan will need some boost in that, and I think we can, as a foreigners, can provide it, because there are 3 million foreigners in Japan, and 500,000 of us are students. So it's easier to start a business, I think, as a student, because you have a bit more time compared than people who are working in Japan, and you don't need that much funds, so you can do baito or part-time job and still kind of survive with that. And most of us are single. Actually, I'm not single, but most of the foreign students are
rare
single.
case.
Yeah, one quite rare case. That's why a lot of kind of experience in several areas. So I think there's chance, and the foreign students can be that power who can help Japan to catch up and go back. Because right now, Japan used to be the house for the hardware, right? For the electronics and consumer products. Now it's not time for hardware, but for the software, and you can develop software anywhere.
Yes.
And in Japan, they do lack, because their main focus was something different, right?
You're right.
So once Sony, Toshiba, NEC, Sharp, they were quite big names. Now they're fading because they focused mainly on hardware, making it best quality, cheaper. But they couldn't have kind of platforms like Amazon, Facebook, where people can bring their own software and help the platform to develop, and then the software environment would kind of boost. So I think in that area we can help as foreigners.
I see. So about 2Gaijin, sorry, going back to 2Gaijin, I think most of the people are using not 2gaijin.com but 2Gaijin Facebook page. I mean, what's the merit for them? Not instead of using Facebook page, coming to 2gaijin.com and using 2gaijin.com.
Actually, we the Facebook page. The problem is Facebook group, actually, not page, because group page is managed by us. So if people put something on the group, then we put it to the page.
Okay.
And page has around 400 people. Group has around 1,000 people.
Okay.
So group is bigger than that. But the thing is, first, people put the same stuff on the several groups. One of them is ours as well. So it means they can't sell it. And one of the reason is saturation, right? So if it's season, everyone will put their fridges for free. And of course there are exact amount of people who need it, and then rest will be either thrown away or they don't know what to do with it, right? So in a website, we can bring in more people, because it is not just for foreigners, or it is not just for I don't know, like people speaking English. We can help, because as team in general, we can speak around like 8-9 languages, like English, Japanese, Russian, French, Chinese, Spanish, Turkish. Yeah, right.
Indonesian.
So Indonesian. So we can cover big communities. So we can help more people to get more view of their items. So one is being open to bigger community than just group members. And if you think that almost same people are group members in different groups. So there are 3 groups, and almost same people you can see in all of them. On the website, there could be more people.
Yep.
And also on the website, we are trying to help with carrying the items. There could be a good incentive for them to put it there. And if they can, so they don't need to worry about carrying the item.
Okay. And maybe lastly, I heard there's gonna be some event tomorrow. Do you want to advertise it, promote it?
Yeah. Tomorrow we are going to have a clothes donation event at the south gate of Hokkaido University. So what is needed is, if you have unused items, clothes especially, they are in good shape, condition. You don't want to throw them away. And you don't want to sell them in second street or the second-hand shop. You can put them in 45-liter garbage bag, bring it to us. We will take them to the donation place where they donated to the people from Cambodia. So it will be from 12 to 12:30.
So 30 minutes.
Yeah. So I will be there and then take the items into the car and then take it to the donation place.
Okay, so
I think that's it for now.
Okay, you guys are feel free to
ask questions. Actually, next week, same time, we are going to have another live. That time we will more talk about the hacks that you can do as a foreigner in Japan, because like I will just give one example about having phone number and having bank account is connected and it's quite troublesome.
Yep.
So next week I will explain, if you are just new to Japan, how you can get a phone number if you don't have a bank account, and some other stuff related to insurance, and then your Juminhyo and other stuff that can help you. So next week, 8 p.m. Wednesday, we will be here again. So if you have any questions how to survive in Japan, you can ask us and we can respond to you.
Do you guys have any questions about the topic that we talked today?
We have 3 people.
3 people watching. Thank you for watching, anyways.
I think Grigor, Alex, and Sevinson Raleigh. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. No question?
I think not any for now. Probably next week we can have more people.
Okay, so thank you for joining us.
So see you next week,
at the
8
same time.
p.m. Wednesday at the same time.
Right.